Welcome to Database DevOps from start to finish. This is the introduction section where you'll learn what this course is all about and how to get started in it. In this lesson, we're going to review the major goals for this course and what you'll learn along the way. The first goal of this course is to understand how to use the SQL Server Data Tools, or SSDT, to become a better SQL developer. These tools really do elevate your game when it comes to building SQL databases. They're all about the developer design experience. And so we're going to walk through how do we use these tools and how can they make our lives better. The second goal for this course is to understand how to manage and deploy a SQL database efficiently and effectively. And there's a lot to unpack there. Let's talk through the first two comparisons, manage and deploy. So first, on the manage side, we're going to work through how do you build a database? How do you change a database? How do you effectively manage those changes? And then the other side, efficiently. So the idea is, yes, you can do it a number of different ways, but here's a way to do it very quickly. There's a lot of speed improvements to your process if you use SQL Server Data Tools. And finally, effectively. Making sure that you do things the same way every time, that it works the same way. Adding in some automation to the process so that we get the same results every time. And we're going to cover that as well. So those are the major things we'll accomplish in this course. Along the way, we're going to cover a number of topics. And here's a short list of those topics. We're going to create a new database, brand new from scratch in SSDT. We're also going to look at an existing database that was built outside of SQL Server Data Tools that we're going to then modify using SQL Server Data Tools. After that, we'll talk about adding our database to source control. And specifically, we're going to look at using Git source control with Azure DevOps. So this allows us to manage the changes in our database and see what has changed from one version of our database to the next. We'll also look at refactoring our database. Things like if you change a table name, how do you change that in all the stored procedures? So when a stored procedure references this table and you change that table name, how do you then push those changes down to the stored procedure as well? We're also going to look at enacting an automated CI/CD pipeline. That's continuous integration and continuous deployment. The idea that we make changes to our database locally, and we say, yes, I want to keep this change, make it a commit in our source control, that it is automatically built and deployed to a development database. So we make sure that the process is working the same way every time. We're making sure that we're not deleting data when we shouldn't be. And we're making sure that we're being careful how that process works by automating it so that we don't forget a step one time. So it's done the same way every time. And that's just a subset of the things that we're covering in this course. Now in our next lesson, I'm going to walk you through what tools you need to get started.